How to get rid of fruit flies outside, in simple steps. If you have a garden or orchard, you are not a stranger to flies and insects, such as fruit flies. However, the insects are not overwhelming, and there are several methods to keep them in check. But when you have an infestation of fruit flies outside, what do? But first, what are the tools and materials you'll need to complete this task? For the full list and where to get them, check the description and pinned comment below. Now that you have all your tools and materials ready, let's get rid of these annoying pests. Get rid of it! Find the source. The first step in getting rid of fruit flies is to find their source. Correctly identifying fruit fly infestation sources outside your house is crucial to killing the fruit flies in your yard. They typically move toward moist areas, especially if there are fermenting fruits and rotting vegetables. If you have an orchard, fruit garden, or an exposed pile of fruits and vegetables, your yard will attract fruit flies. It's common to have a compost pile if you have a fruit farm, but it may also lead to a fruit fly infestation if you don't manage it correctly. You'll also notice that garbage disposals, drains, and debris of all types attract these flies. Because they reproduce quickly, having a good breeding ground in debris only encourages them to visit your yard, especially if the debris gathers moisture. Knowing what to look for will aid you in finding the sources of the infestation. And when you do, it's easier to get rid of them and prevent a future occurrence. You will also need a method to rid them that will kill all of them in all stages of their life cycle, from adults to eggs. Clean up. Once you pinpoint the source or sources, clean them up. If you don't get rid of what's attracting these pests, any steps you take will only yield temporary results. Use refuse disposal bags that you can tie up to avoid creating an entrance for fruit flies or other pests. Make sure your refuse bins have lids and are well covered. And don't forget to regularly clean up and disinfect the environment where these bins are kept. How to deter fruit flies outside. One of the best ways of ridding your house, inside and outside, of fruit flies is to use traps. You do not even have to buy them, there are several you can make at home. Get a bowl or jar and pour vinegar in it. Add 1 or 2 drops of dish soap and cover the container with a plastic wrap. Poke 2 or 3 holes in the plastic wrap and drop the container where the flies gather the most. The scent of vinegar will draw them. Once they enter, they cannot escape. If you do not have a plastic wrap, make a paper cone and put the narrow opening in through the opening at the top of the jar. The flies will dive in at the smell of the vinegar but will not find their way out. You can make the same trap with only an overripe fruit. It will naturally attract the flies, but the trap will not let them escape. You can buy a trap if making yours is not an option. They are equally effective, and you can dispose of them when they become too full of dead flies. Replace them with a fresh trap afterward. Hydrogen peroxide is also a good option for getting rid of fruit flies outside. You can mix 4 parts water and 1 part peroxide to make a spray. Spray the mixture on the areas where the flies appear the most. Alternatively, pour generous amounts of the solution around different corners to kill them in their numbers. This method will be most effective if you know their breeding grounds or can identify their eggs and larvae. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it and found it useful. If so, please like, share, and comment to let me know what you thought. Your feedback is important to me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos.